Now, why I make my own sauce, but my cabinet happened to have pizza sauce in it. So, probably because Tara likes to make her little bubbly pizzas. So, you know, I gotta talk to her about this. But one of the main ingredients here is soybean oil. Like I said before, soybean oil, take out of your diet. Now, this is funny because syrup, normally, I always used to get real maple syrup. And I don't know why, for my, for like pancakes that I used to make and stuff like that, I got this syrup. But the first thing in it was high fructose corn syrup. The second was corn syrup. And the second was water, and then a bunch of like gums. High fructose corn. This is not even syrup. I mean, basically it is syrup, but it's high fructose corn syrup. So those go. Now, pears, I used to make a dessert, and I actually still make it, but that took pears, ice cream, and Nilla wafers. Nilla wafers, ice cream, and brown sugar and butter, and it's an awesome recipe. I'll have it for you. I'll be cooking it too. But I use these pears in it. And then I looked on the back and it says pears, water, high fructose corn syrup, and corn syrup. So now they have high fructose corn syrup, and then they put in corn syrup too. As like a double whammy. And so, no more Bartlett pears in a can anymore. And then, this pancake mix, it was kind of funny, but it's powder. It's literally powder. So you wonder, how the hell can they get partially hydrogenated soybean or cottonseed oil in this? And then they have dextrose, which is basically, it comes from corn. And and the processing of corn again. Now, much of what you're going to see, and much of the fast food out there, and much of the food that's in the middle of the grocery store, all has high fructose corn syrup in it and soybean products and some type of like corn product. Now, those two specific food, let's say, products are subsidized heavily by the government. So all the farmers, Monsanto gets so much money from the government to plant seeds and to grow soybeans. And also the corn farmers in Iowa and all over the country are being subsidized so that they could make, or they could put corn in like all these different products. Most of the hamburgers, the fast food hamburgers that are out there, they say 100% beef, but they're really not. Actually, half of it's corn, and the garbage that they feed the cows for that fast food is corn. The worst thing that you could possibly feed a cow. And I'm going to do a whole whiteboard demonstration on that another time. But that's corn and corn sugar and high fructose corn syrup and soybeans and soybean oil are literally eating our bodies from the inside out. It's actually causing cancer, causing problems in our digestive system, in our heart, in our bloodstream, so, and actually in our brains. And the more that we eat this garbage, the faster we're going to be able to get to our own funeral. So I want you to really think about what you're putting in your mouth now. and what you're putting into your body, because your body is supposed to be running at its optimal levels, at its most efficient levels. But you know, I mean, if you're tired, if you have insomnia, if you have stress, and like stress is like, feels like it's overwhelming, if you have mood swings and things like that, your body's not producing and not at its optimal level. So I told you all the bad things that I had in my cabinet. And so I also wanted to show you some of the different stuff. Now, oh, I also had these tortilla chips, which aren't really that bad for you. They're really not that bad, but they have corn flour, which, you know, you'd rather not have flour, you'd rather have the corn meal. Now, again, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, and processed byproducts of corn is actually bad for you. But cornmeal, I would rather see you eat that. And this just says that it has safflower oil in it. You know, I'm not a big fan, like I said, of, you know, safflower oil, flaxseed oil, and those are because they go rancid very, very quickly. So by the time we opened this bag, the oil was already rancid in the. And what oxidized oil does, just so that you don't think that I'm like, you know, spewing shit here, is oxidized oil actually becomes free radicals in the body, and that has been linked to causing cancer. It also breaks down in the cell and causes cells to die. Okay, so now I told you this syrup is garbage, but what I did was, you know, I have the certified organic maple syrup. Basically, it's just, you know, sugar and syrup that comes from the maple tree. And it specifically says ingredients: organic, pure maple sugar. That's it. This syrup has high fructose corn syrup, water, salt, cellulose gum, caramel color, natural and artificial flavors, sodium, hexamethyl-phosphate, sorbic acid, and sodium benzoate as a preservative. 10 ingredients, 1 ingredient. Okay, now, and I'm going to be cooking in another blog post for you. I'm going to show you how to make chocolate syrup that I actually use. So what I do is I have organic cocoa butter. Organic cocoa powder. It's perfect, and it tastes a million times better than this. And I put this on my, you know, on my ice cream. I take 1 tablespoon because it's like kind of potent. I put it in my goat's milk, and it tastes yummy. I mean, it tastes really, really yummy. So that's a way to get away from this chocolate syrup, because, you know, everybody likes chocolate syrup on their ice cream, and they like chocolate milk. Little kids like chocolate milk. I would rather you put this and some sugar into your kid instead of the high fructose corn syrup and the other garbage that was in that. Okay? So now, instead of the tortilla chips that have the soybean oil or the, you know, or the safflower oil or whatever's in that, because a Doritos has like you know, a whole host of like oils. What I do is I basically go to the store and I get, you know, organic. In New Mexico, we have great, you know, corn tortillas. Now, these are the blue corn tortillas. They're organic, and the stone ground cornmeal. And the ingredients in this, there's only 3 ingredients: whole blue corn, water, and a trace of lime. corn, water, and a trace of lime. 3. What was in here? 6. 6 different ingredients. But I'm going to show you how to make homemade corn chips. And these are corn chips made from these tortillas, and they're cooked in coconut oil, which is much, much healthier for you. And I gotta tell you, these things with some sea salt and a little garlic salt on it, they're awesome. They're awesome. And they're crispy, and they taste better. And I mean, the flavor comes out of them so much more with the coconut oil. So here's some of the different things that I do, and I hope that I gave you some good replacements for the garbage that you have in your cabinets. I'm Rocco Castellano, and remember, the least you can do is live up to your potential.